Sawadee Cup, welcome everybody to an all-tie night in the One Play Pro Club Challenge. That's right, One Play Sports entering into a brand new era of esports. FIFA 20, the destination for you tonight with us here on the One Play Sports Network as Hyenas FP take on the brilliantly named PigFightKnife. And speaking of a man I wouldn't like to be in a knife fight with, alongside me, the man that puts the E into esports. Look at those muscles. Guns to sink a battleship. Mr. Nitin Nambiar. Nitin, how you doing, buddy? Good to have you on board once more.
Yeah, excited to be here. Another clash in the Pro Club Challenge. Our fourth game in total. So really looking forward to it today for sure.
Yeah, we'll get into detail on the preview of tonight's big game between Hyenas and PigFightKnife very shortly. Great shirt, by the way. That's the only shirt you've worn so far that I'd actually be brave enough to wear.
Thanks, man. No, it's still a funky shirt. Still got a movie inner T-shirt,
Yes.
Jaws, Steven Spielberg.
I keep looking for inner meanings to your wardrobe. We saw Rocky yesterday, but we
don't
didn't
think too much.
Not yesterday. We saw Rocky on Tuesday, but we didn't get the underdogs winning. I wonder if Jaws is a signal that the Hyenas are going to eat PigFightKnife alive. We'll find out very shortly. Let's tell you what this is all about, the One Play Pro Club Challenge, in conjunction with our good friends at VPG, Virtual Pro Gaming. Yusuf, as always, in the house, our tournament director. 1,700 Singapore dollars up for grabs, a prize fund to be enjoyed by whichever of our 32 teams from across Southeast Asia walks away with the top prize. We've got Malaysia, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam. We had our first Causeway clash on Tuesday. Singapore triumphing in that one as ones to watch got the better of Manuk Gasak, but not without a fright or two. And we're with you every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, 11 p.m. Singapore time. That's GMT +8 from now. Well, it's 9 weeks now, isn't it? From now for the next 9 weeks. And as always, we're trying to encourage people that are new to esports, like myself, to find out more about this community that is growing at a rate of knots. We hope you're safe wherever you are with COVID-19 and taking all the right precautions and listening to what your governments are telling you. But in terms of esports and more specifically pro club football, Nitin, you've gone through the 11 versus 11 feature.
Yep.
We've talked about the managers. We've talked about how to build your player. The game we've got tonight is interesting because Hyenas played PigFightKnife in a cup game in February and won 7-1 on aggregate. So if you're the manager of the underdogs today, what do you change and what tactics can you employ to keep the game tighter?
So being part of a Pro Club team, 2 Pro Club teams in the past 2 years, I can say that the managers go through lots of details in their tactical approaches to the game. I was given diagrams to follow of who I could find when I was in certain positions, who would be available to me. So in-depth wise, with regards to tactics, they go really deep. 7-1 in the first game is not a good sign for PigFightKnife. Big knife fight, I should say. But
I keep making that mistake as well.
you know, just a overall change in tactics and some minor tweaks from the managers could see them cause an upset here today.
Listen, I'm just having a look on the Facebook page. Do share, do like, do comment. In fact, we've come up with our own tagline for that with the football theme, LSFC, which stands for, Mr. Nitin?
Like, follow, share, and comment. LSFC, oh no, like, share, follow, and comment. It's the same.
Like, share, follow and comment. I think we've got a new snazzy graphic to illustrate that as well. And you can also contact us here in the studio if you want to email studio@oneplaysports.com. Have your say. We've already had a couple of comments, Nitin. Elandro Kobu. I think we're going to get a lot of Thais watching tonight. What's your Thai language like? I can do Sawadee Cup and Cup. What else
Yeah,
can you
same.
do?
I'm not very well versed in the Thai language, but I've been there a few times. Wonderful country, wonderful people. So hi to everyone watching from Thailand. We appreciate you and we hope you're safe.
Yeah, I hope you're all safe there in Thailand, wherever you're watching in the world. And, of course, we're very big in Southeast Asia. Whatever you do, stay safe and keep your social distance, as me and Nitin are doing. Although you're leaning into me a bit much and trying to drown me with the water. Goodness gracious me. Right, let's get stuck into the bracket on the tournament as it stands so far. Anything can happen here. It's live TV, folks. There's the big picture, which gives you an idea of just how big this tournament is. 32 teams. And if you look closely, well, let's actually enlarge it for you, shall we? And tell you how the round of 16, that's actually not the quarterfinals there. You see, it's the round of 16. Let's have a look at those quarters of the draw if you can. There you go. To the Moon getting through against Kita by 5 goals to 1. Ones to watch getting the better of Manok Gasak 6-3. And that's a game we've already got teed up because on match night 1, the Royal Cavaliers got the better of Daruma Pro Club by 3 goals to 1. So ones to watch and Royal Cavaliers is a date for the round of 16 diary. And if you're wondering when your team are playing, I can tell you where they're playing. They're playing right here on One Play Sports. It'll either be a Tuesday, Thursday or Saturday. We'll check in a second just to see the games that we're involved with tonight. But yes, let's go through the fixture schedule. There it is. Sorry, let's have a quick look at that one before we go any further, because that gives you an idea of the bracket. Let's get that on the big screen, please. There you go. That's the game we're dealing with tonight. Right at the bottom, Hyenas against PigFightKnife, Cat Nino and Densetsu of Thailand and Singapore, respectively, the two teams that potentially await the winners of this one in the round of 16. Right, let's whistle through these because we've actually gone on quite long and I'm half drowned on my leg after the water going over me. The games we've had so far, plenty of goals, and I think Nitin Belize will be in for a goal fest tonight. Ones to watch after that incredible 3-all first leg yesterday between Singapore and Malaysia on Tuesday, I should say. Hat-tricks in that game for Vaifido and a hat-trick as well for Huffy, wasn't it? Not Duffy, Huffy. Huffy. Hyenas PigFightKnife tonight. Moving on to the games that take us from Saturday into the following week. Maximus against Tasmanian Devil. Maximus, they're big friends of us on Facebook. Good to have them on board in this tournament. La Rojak Football against Ankatsuki. Gotta love a Causeway clash. That's Saturday week on the 18th of April. Moving on to our penultimate round of 32 fixtures. Cat Nino against Densetsu. We just talked about that. Thai Gang RDS FC. And keep an eye out for the last one because it's a case of last but by no means least for the Worst Generation and Kerapok VFC on the 7th of May.
That's going to be a banger, I think.
It is, but we must move on to tonight's big game because it's an all-Thai affair, and on paper, the most one-sided of the games that we've had so far, Hyenas and PigFightKnife. I believe the team news is in, Nitin, so we'll get your thoughts on the game as a whole as we take in the team news. Hyenas, who've got a decent pedigree in pro club football. They're currently 4th place in the Thai League. They were runners-up in the Thai League last season. They've got form in the book, and they've got recent form in the book against PigFightKnife.
Yeah, their most recent meeting was won by the Hyenas 7-1, so it's not looking good for PigFightKnife. Hyenas are playing a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow today, meaning they'll need their left back and right backs to bomb forward. With regards to who their star players today could be, for the Hyenas, it's Mangs Ruant, their striker up front. He's got 12 goals in 24 appearances, so he's looking like the type of striker who could bring in others into play.
But interestingly, he's not playing striker today, is he? They've dropped him back to central attacking midfield, and bearing in mind the form they've got over PigFightKnife, that shows confidence, doesn't it? They've got an embarrassment of riches up front.
Yep, either that or he's a really good player and he's adaptable. So, in my opinion, one of the most important players in pro clubs is the central attacking midfielder. He's the creative link. He's the guy who releases passes early, finds other players in space. So he could be set to shine in that role today.
They've been going since 2017, the Hyenas. By contrast, PigFightKnife, quite a new setup. And obviously the inexperience told as a team unit when they were thrashed by them in the Cup by Hyenas a couple of weeks ago. Is there any player that needs to perform out of their skin tonight to give them the chance? I suppose the obvious one, as is the case in most of these games, is the striker. And what a great name for the striker as well.
Tiger Prince, yeah, I think might be a relative of Joe Exotic. For those who watch the Tiger King series on Netflix, that might be his relative. He's got 8 goals in 13 matches this season, so a very decent record despite his team not doing so well. So who knows, if they play well today in their 4-2-3-1 formation and they use the width well, he could be in for lots of chances.
Speaking of the Tiger King, Donald Trump apparently considering giving Joe Exotic a pardon. Do you think 22 years is a bit harsh?
If you watch the show, I think it's a bit harsh. I think if he was going to go in, there should be at least 2 or 3 others who are in jail with him, but that's not the case.
And Carol Baskin, did she kill her husband?
I think so. Yeah. I think so. Who knows, right?
Yeah. He's not just an expert on esports, he's an expert in first-degree murder as well.
I know everything.
I think we're waiting for this game to get underway. I can't see the players out on the pitch getting ready to start just yet. Not ready, or both teams are ready, I'm being told? Yep, let's cross over then pitch side to the big match as PigFightKnife take on Hyenas. The first leg to be played in the PigFightKnife Stadium.
Let's go.
And it's going to be the Hyenas wearing the colours of Wolves and PigFightKnife wearing the colours of Liverpool. PigFightKnife playing from left to right in this first half in the yellow, and it's an early touch for the Bangkok boys. PigFightKnife, all their players coming from Bangkok. Hyenas recruiting from all over Thailand, and here's a good early touch for the Hyenas, who are going down the right-hand side, but the defensive work sends it out to a throw, and Just Do It.
Yeah, good pressing play by the Hyenas. They started the game with a good attitude in the first 2 minutes, and have already pinched position once.
Here's Vu Choi from a mile out straight at the keeper.
Good try.
Good save from, I think it's Palm Kume in goal for the Hyenas, and for PigFightKnife it's the bot. Hyenas though enjoying a decent period of possession early. Here's Nanchandis, gets it to J-Kick on this near side. Now here's Champ KTP inside to Vuoi. Vuoi, that's a nice ball. This is a great start from the Hyenas, and I thought for a second we might see a penalty there, but all of a sudden the gameplay, we've lost track of the ball momentarily. There it is. And Liverpool, the colours worn by PigFightKnife now, come down this right-hand side. And that's a lovely piece of running from the Tiger Prince.
I think that was Red.
Tiger Prince it was down that right-hand side with that unmistakable bald head and black gloves. Here is Rat now. Tiger Prince inside if you can find him. Champ KTP inside, and this is where the Hyenas look to go through their gears.
Just rushing the play a bit too much there.
Yeah, it's not the dominant display we expect. I actually forgot to get you your prediction before the start of this one. Nitin, what prediction are you going for?
I'm going for the seeded team today. I'm going for Hyenas. I was actually going to go for a thrashing. I was going to go maybe 8-2 over 2 legs, but looking at the start in this match, I still think Hyenas will go through.
Yeah, PigFightKnife with the corner, the first set piece opportunity, and they don't go short. They dig it into the middle. Can a red shirt get there? The answer is no, and Champ KTP can try and get this away for the Hyenas. Turned out inside by Tiger Prince, who's dropped awfully deep there to get affected in play. Interesting start this.
Oh, that's a foul.
The Hyenas have tightened it up. Nitin calls foul, referee not interested. Champ KTP gets it to PKJ, and PKJ's got some space in front of him here. Tried to go for the 1-2, but Paper Stang
Good read.
was right on for it. P4P, I think that's pound for pound Stang, isn't it? Look at the space on this left-hand side, Nitin. Tiger Prince trying to make some movement, but Timberlake. Do you know any good Justin Timberlake songs? Manages to cut that out. Do you know any good Justin Timberlake songs?
Yes, Senorita, I feel you.
P4P Sting taken away by Just Do It. Biggie. Well, this is very tight stuff indeed. PigFightKnife will be very happy. If it offered them 0-0 after 22 minutes, they'd be happy. And Rat into the area. Still Rat. Has he won the corner, or is it out for a goal kick? No, goal kick it is as we approach the halfway mark in this first half. Remember, all the games are two-legged ties. So this is effectively the first of 4 halves of football. They're playing this first leg at the stadium of PigFightKnife. And after a very short break on this broadcast, we'll cross live to the Hyenas Den for the second leg. Here's Champ KTP. Referee's whistle's gone. Over the ball. Is that Timberlake standing over it?
Yeah.
35 yards out. Surely too far out to have a poke here, isn't it? Goes short to Mansrang. Oh! That was a delicate little lob over, wasn't it? Yeah, almost like a chip to try and find a player running on.
Yeah, it was a good set-piece idea. Just the keeper was on his toes and managed to collect it in time.
Well, this is the longest we've gone in any of our 4 match nights so far without seeing a clear-cut chance on goal. I think we've had a goal in all of our games before this point up to now. This Thailand against Thailand battle at the moment is being very closely contested. Timberlake gets a touch. Hyenas now trying to build from the back. Here's Vuoi.
Yeah, just speaking on the formations here, these Hyenas are playing a 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, meaning the left and right back need to bomb forward to provide width for the team. Either that or the centre mids have to drift out wide and provide some form of width for the players to find a pass.
Timberlake, it's casual,
and doing that can...
Sting managed to come away with it. Sorry, Nitin, go on.
Sorry, doing that can leave space for the oppositions, and Hyena have kept their shape very, very well. PigFightKnife have kept their shape very, very well so far.
Well,
so...
The Hyenas are not having this all their own way. They've dominated possession, but not by the margin that we expected going into this game. Here's Vuoi. Gets it to Rat, and comes inside.
Yeah, both teams just feeling each other out here in this half. It's not the one-sided story we thought it would be.
Timberlake. Here's PKJ. This is more like it from Hyenas. And Nanchados gets it to the middle for Vuoy. Scrambling, defending, but the free kick right on the edge of the area now. Surely 23 yards out. PKJ is going to have a poke at goal here. All eyes on PigFightKnife's goalkeeper. Bots! Off the crossbar! Harrison, the keeper, who I think is actually being controlled by the computer. In fact, confirmed it's a bot. It's a computer that's playing in goal for PigFightKnife, and he was nowhere near that. The crossbar saves the home team from going one behind on the night, Knitted, and the danger's not over yet.
Yeah, I've seen actually those free kicks bounce off the bar, bounce off the keeper, and fall into the net. So unlucky there, not to take the lead here, the Hyenas.
P for Per Sting. I'm going to call him Paper Sting, actually. I can't keep going on that P for Poor Sting. Paper Sting. Manstrang and Chardis and Shinjolin bringing this away. Well, they've been very competitive, PigFightKnife, so far, but can they fashion the chance? They've had their chance. The Hyenas and only managed to strike the crossbar. I think this will be our first goalless first half of the competition so far, Knitted, if it stays like this for the next 2.5 virtual minutes. But I could be saying famous last words because they're down the right-hand side with PKJ. A Hollywood pass, though, asking too much. Surely it still manages to come to Vuoy. And they finally get it away, and that could just about be that for a first half that's seen little excitement at either end. Save that free kick off the crossbar. And we're going to go into the sheds here with this game level after what is effectively the first quarter. Remember, away goals count double. We'll have extra time and penalties if required. Golden goal extra time at that. Here's Nevin. Just passing a little crisper, aren't they now, Hyenas, Knitted? It bodes well for them for the second half as the half-time whistle goes. And no question, PigFightKnife will be the happier of the two teams, Knitted.
Yeah, I think so. They've been absolutely rock solid at the back. I've seen no space for the Hyenas to exploit. And PigFightKnife will definitely be the happier of the two sides coming into the break 0-0.
And there's the man, you saw the goalkeeper there. I think that was confirmed by the fact, and you can again educate people here, is that you can't see a little arrow icon above the player, above one of the 22 players. That means the computer is controlling that player.
Yeah, that means he might have either lost connection while trying to get into the game, and his team thought we've got 10 players on the pitch besides the keeper. The next match we might have 9 players on the pitch, so we'll stick with this and go with this game.
Okay, well, goalless at the break. The heavy defeat that you expected from PigFightKnife, not developing so far.
Yeah, no. Full credit to PigFightKnife. Pig Knife Fight, right? Or
Pig Fight. PigFightKnife.
Yeah, PigFightKnife. Full credit to them. They've been rock solid at the back.
Should we just call them the Pigs?
Yeah, I think that'd be easier, yeah. So the Pigs have been solid at the back. Going forward, also, they've had a few chances where they've maybe rushed the final pass, so just a little bit more calm needed in the ranks of the Pigs.
Let's cross back then to what really should be called the Pigsty, their stadium, shouldn't it? For PigFightKnife against Hyenas in the second half.
All right.
Jay down the left-hand side. It's Hyenas in the Wolverhampton Wanderers colours playing from left to right. PigFightKnife in the red playing from right to left.
Oh, good play by Timberlake. Oh, good cross!
A little great header and a chance, and Champ just couldn't get on the end of it. Champ KTP, he's the player manager, by the way, for the Hyenas, but it was a delightful cross net, and he just couldn't get any purchase on the header.
It was, and as I mentioned, the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow requires the left and right back to bomb forward, and we saw Timberlake do that just then.
Well, they're starting to really exert now, the Hyenas. It's all hands to the pump defensively for PigFightKnife. And it's Just Do It now, bringing it away. Oh, that's weak. Straight into the path of Champ KTP. Nanchinadis trying to take advantage, and they're flirting very dangerously. You can't afford to give possession away like that, just on the edge of your own final third, Knitted.
Yeah, we've seen so many goals conceded by reckless mistakes, and I wouldn't want to see one here today, but I wouldn't put it out of the question.
Yeah, we saw 3 goals, didn't we? Conceded
lots of mistakes.
By, I think it was ones to watch, wasn't it, against Manok Gasser?
Yep. In that first leg, just really poor defending. Fantastic attacking play, but very, very bad defending in that first leg.
Timberlake, Just Do It. Brings it away. Urbanowski. Urbanowski, what a great name that is. Jojo. And now Biggie. Well, It's
you see.
dullest game we've had so far, but Hyenas are now just beginning to exert. But can they find the breakthrough? Champ KTP, remember the second leg to come at the Hyenas Den. Will PigFightKnife be going there on level terms? And if they can keep a clean sheet, remember here, PigFightKnife, that's huge in terms of the away goals. Keeping a clean sheet so important. We've seen none of the home teams so far in the first leg keep a clean sheet, Nitin. They'd be the first ones to do so.
Yeah, I think they've got their tactics spot on so far. They know they're coming up against a better opposition today, and they've set out their stall not to concede.
Lovely
basically.
pass from Champ KTP, but just getting away with it. PigFightKnife, but at the moment I think they're just trying to buy themselves some time. But look at that, very quickly the time's elapsed to 60 virtual minutes as Jay looks for the ball in the middle, and it's a first time shot. They hit the post again. Manshrang this time, a beautiful shot from the edge of the area. Keeper was beaten, but the post has come to the rescue of PigFightKnife, and they hang on grimly for what will be a big goalless draw for them in the context of the away goals rule ahead of the second leg. They've had no shots on goal, the home team, so far, Nitin.
Yeah, we spoke about Mang Sruan pre-match, having 12 goals in 24 appearances, playing a bit slightly laid back today in centre attacking mid. He's been excellent so far.
Tiger Prince haven't seen anything of him at all in this second half until that bit of movement. That's a nice bit of play from Obinovsky. They've given it away again, and now they've got numbers forward. The Hyenas down the left. Manshrang, the star striker. No flag, and Champ KTP, it takes the deflection off. Ring noise, and it's out for a corner. I think this is their first corner of the game. The Hyenas, we saw one for PigFightKnife in the first half. What do they do here? Looks like they're trying to play it short, are they? This is a tactic we see a lot on the one-on-one circuit. They're playing the corner short, and they've tried it here. Keeper should get that comfortably. Well, not exactly comfortably, but the punch is a good one as a Pauper Stang gets it away, but he's immediately under siege. Does well in the end to find a red shirt and gets it back. That was good play under pressure from PigFightKnife. And now down the left-hand side, they look to try and find the Tiger Prince.
Good defending by Timberlake.
And Timberlake getting the better of the Tiger Prince on that occasion. 20 minutes to play here, Champ KTP. He's a strong player, isn't he? And they've got it to Nanchonis. Back to Manshrang. Tell you what, the cameraman wants sacking on the pro club tonight, doesn't he? It's the worst camera work we've seen so far in this competition.
I think the captain put his camera to follow his player, so we're seeing a bit of that. Yeah.
If you're listening, Tournament Director Yusuf, can we get that sorted out as Shinjo finds it to Joe, and he's onside here.
Tiger Prince.
Tiger Prince is through. Can they take the lead against all the odds? Oh, he's blown it. The Tiger Prince had a chance to become a Tiger King at his home ground of the Pig Fight Stadium, and he blew it.
I can hear the Joe Exotic screaming from his JSL. He won't be happy with that miss.
Yes, if you are watching Joe Exotic, our thoughts are with you at this difficult time. Don't think they're allowed one-play sports in the cells in Oklahoma.
You never know, it's America.
And if Carol Baskin's watching, Nitin would like your phone number.
Yeah, please, that'd be nice.
Well, the best chance of the game, you have to say, has gone the way of PigFightKnife. And the thing about that interests me, Nitin, they've proved they can create good chances now. If they don't concede, a 1-0 win or even a 1-1 draw in this next leg, if it stays goalless here, is going to be enough. And it could be our first big shock of the tournament so far.
Yep, and they're on the attack again.
Struggling to work out how Hyenas beat PigFightKnife 7-1 just a couple of weeks ago. Here's Bangkok.
See, that's the thing. If you lose the game 7-1 and you figure out exactly what went wrong and you eradicate those problems, we're seeing exactly what's happening. They're putting up a extremely solid defensive display, and they're also showing good attacking threat at the same time. So amazing stuff from PigFightKnife in this first leg.
Pauper Sting, Jojo Baz, the Tiger Prince, the striking force. He's offside there, isn't he? Yes, he is. Pauper Stang. He had a great view down the line.
I'm shocked. I was expecting lots of goals here.
Well, incredibly, we've had 3 games so far, 19 goals. We're averaging over 6 goals every night. So far, we're almost halfway through proceedings this Thursday, and we've had none. Reminder, we're with you on Saturday, by the way, all about Maximus against Tasmanian Devil, Malaysia against Thailand on Saturday, 11 p.m. Singapore time, GMT +8, live and exclusive on the One Play Sports Network. Here, though, PigFightKnife and Hyenas, both from Thailand, goalless.
Yeah, no real major chances. We saw Mang Surat hit the post. We saw Tiger Prince with a good chance. Other than that, it's been a very timid display from both sides, I have to say.
Manshrang.
Oh my God, what's
What
the keeper done there?
there? Nearly handled it. Is it possible to handle it outside the area on Pro Club?
You'll get the ref will blow for a foul most likely.
But you can do it. The computer allows you to do it. That's a bot keeper though, isn't it, in goal for PigFightKnife? So that was a computer doing that to them.
So he made that free kick save, and now he's made that. So he's kind of.
Did he get a touch on that free kick? I don't think.
Oh yeah, he didn't hit the post, right? Yeah.
There's the shot from Tiger Prince.
Just over.
Well, he completely just over. It's halfway up to the planet Jupiter, I think.
Yeah. Fair enough. I always try to be nice.
We are, yes. Start being Mr. Nasty. Nobody likes a nice guy, Knitted. Final couple of minutes of time added on for stoppages, and we are going to be going to the Pig Fight Stadium. With the scores level. Oh, my word!
Minute.
Commentator's curse! Champ KTP gives Hyenas the away goal they scarcely deserve. What a finish that is. Exquisite, one of the goals of the tournament so far, and it comes with the last kick of the game.
Yeah, he's led the line brilliantly. He made a few good runs today, and I can't say he's deserved that goal overall, but great positioning, great finishing, right into the corner. 1-0.
All they had to do was clear that danger, and the full-time whistle would have gone. As it is now, they've got a mountain to climb. PigFightKnife have to come from one goal down when they go to their own stadium, the Pig Fight Stadium, in an all-tie clash in the second leg to turn this round. And I'm telling you what, in a strange way, because I'm being neutral here, I'm disappointed because that game was set up really nicely if, and it's now not an if, they didn't do it, PigFightKnife could have kept a clean sheet, and they really should have done.
I'm disappointed too. If you think about it, the seeded teams have always gone through so far in the previous 3 games. We could have seen an upset today. The PigFightKnife, yeah, the Pigs basically have... They played so well for 90 minutes, and just a lapse of concentration at the end, and they go down 1-0. I think they'll be very, very disappointed with that.
Let's have a look at the match analysis there, the stats coming through. You can see Pooh Babbin's overall progress. Talk us through what that means to the novice, Knit, and all that information we're seeing there. Is that just the ratings and what they've...
Okay, so you see his overall rating is 88. You see that blue circle, it's currently at a quarter mark. So once he reaches full, he'll go to 89. And he'll get skill points to improve his players there.
And that's based on how you perform in each game?
That, and also how many games you played. With each game, you get experience.
So the more experienced the team, in theory, the better they should be.
For sure, yeah. No doubt. That's how it works.
Again, we weren't advised of any planned changes between the first and second legs. PigFightKnife, they showed with Tiger Prince they've got a striker with pace that can make a break, as we have another look at that second woodwork hit from Hyenas. If they can get the ball to him and find him a bit of space, they're capable of nicking a goal, and they should have nicked a goal here.
They can. They've shown in the first leg they can hold the Hyenas back defensively while creating chances. So they'll have to use a similar game plan in the second leg and hope the Hyenas don't score one more and Tiger Prince manages to back them a goal. This is the goal.
What a finish this was. Absolutely
superb
exquisite, wasn't it? Absolutely
what a goal.
Exquisite.
No chance for the keeper.
Quite quiet on the Facebook page tonight. Keep the comments coming in the comment section on Facebook. You can contact us, studio@oneplaysports.com as well. And don't forget, the ethos of this sporting community we're building at One Play Sports is knitting LSFC, which stands for...
LSFC, like, share, follow, and comment, please.
I think, have we not got a snazzy graphic for that? I think we have got a like, share. Vic, what's happening with our like, share, follow, comment graphic?
Come on, Vic.
Vic will find it.
Is it there? Okay, no worries.
Okay, we're getting it on. We'll find out in a minute, but like, share, follow, comment. That's the ethos of One Play Sports. Let's look at the match highlights. PFK and Hyenas. We're going to get another look at some of these exquisite finishes that we've seen. And this is right up there with the best goals we've seen in the tournament so far. And it came out of nothing, really, didn't it?
Yeah, actually, it looked like it was going 0-0. Hyenas just kept plugging away. They believed they'll get one final chance, and... sorry. It fell to Champ KTP, and he blasted it away.
Well, it's going to leave now PigFightKnife with a mountain to climb in the second leg as we get, I think, another look at the goal one more time. Just got goal side, didn't he? The defender and Champ KTP, who's the player manager. Talk about the player manager stepping up to the plate right at the death.
Man, he'll be thrilled for himself. His teammates will be thrilled for him. The team managers and captains put in so much work. Off gaming times, they usually watch lots of videos, try and figure out the best formations, try and figure out the best triangles to play in certain situations. So always nice to see the manager get the credit at the end of the game.
Well, the manager's going to be back in the glory into the first leg, but let's put it into perspective. The work's not done just yet. We saw a 3-3 draw in the first leg yesterday between Ones to Watch and Manok Gasak, and Ones to Watch, when they played at home, ran away with that one in the end. I think it was 3-0 in the second leg. Are you expecting it to be less competitive now we are at the home stadium of the Hyenas Den?
I think the Hyenas getting the win, they will have figured out how PigKnife fight plays, and PigFightKnife, right?
Yeah,
My
pig
God,
fight. The
getting
pigs.
this wrong.
Let's just call them the pigs.
They'll have figured out how the pigs play basically, and I think they'll be ready for the second leg, and they'll be licking their lips at potentially exposing the pigs while they come trying to get a goal.
We're waiting for the second leg to load up. As soon as it starts to get ready for the action, you'll see it in the screen behind us here. But what's happening now? The two teams, they've obviously got to reconnect to the game to play the second leg.
Yep.
Are there chats going on between them in chat rooms on their headphones? How's it working? What's
Yeah,
the
so
dynamic right now?
when you play on the PlayStation, you can join a party. A party is basically like a chat room. So if 10 players join the party, all 10 can be speaking simultaneously. During the match, of course, players try to keep it quiet, and the team manager is the one who's giving instructions throughout. So that's what's happening right now.
I don't know. I've never been invited to a party.
I can join mine later.
Can I be having a party? We go around to your house for a party? We can't go around to
We can't.
Of course, that's actually a serious point. Yeah. But it's things like that, technical innovations that, as painful as it has been, this COVID-19 crisis, with the e-sporting community allowing people to take part in sport together, albeit remotely, and similar things like that, where you can have a party and contact your friends and still be in touch with close friends and family.
Yeah, I for example, me, I don't get to meet my friends as often because our work schedule is pretty hectic here. So, to be honest, since the lockdown, I've actually met my friends online so much more than I would have met them in person. We play games like Call of Duty, Warzone. We still play FIFA. So we're keeping in contact, just not in terms of touch, but through earpieces, and it feels the same.
And a quick throw forward, because you were very coy about this in our first broadcast on Match Night 1, but the team that you have got a link with are coming up. Now, come on, tell everyone the name of the team. Is it Tika Taka?
Hey, you know what? Okay, I can't be sure, but I think that the team that is associated or was associated to the manager that I played with, I think they're called Maximus.
Maximus, a Malaysian team?
I think so.
Well, Maximus,
I think so.
If anyone's
they
watching,
used to be called a different name.
If anyone's watching from Maximus, is this reprobate the notorious Nitin Nambiar?
It may not be Maximus. I may have got that wrong. If it is, I'm sorry.
If someone's watching from Maximus, can you check that, please, and let us know? I want to know if it is Nitin that used to be a part of your gang, and if so, can you shed some light on exactly what went wrong? Because he claims it was nothing to do with him. It was everybody else's fault. Now, how are we looking for this second game? Are we close to match time?
We getting there?
Still waiting. I think we're still waiting for a
load.
I tell you what, while we're waiting, let's have a look. Vic, put up the fixtures that are coming up over the next 7 days for everyone, and we can help guide you through when you can watch your favourite teams. We are, of course, tonight with an all-tie affair as Hyenas take on PigFightKnife. But there's so many more great games to come. On Saturday, we've got Maximus against Tasmanian Devil. Maximus supposedly the ex-team of Nitin. Someone's got to be listening from Maximus. Maybe they can tell us. Tika Taka against Desi Esienta. That's our first all-Singaporean clash. VM Brothers against Rai Esports. Now, if Maximus don't win on Saturday, it'll be down to Ang Satsuki, who take on La Rojak Football, one of the seeded teams, to finally book a Malaysian side in the round of 16. Are you surprised that the Malaysian teams have... It's a bit early to say they're struggling all over, but they'll be disappointed that there's not one Malaysian team through so far. And how many have we had playing? We've had a couple playing. We've had Kita Kata and we've had Manok Gasak, both of them out.
I don't think there's too much to worry about. You're talking about, from Malaysia, we still have the worst generation who are technically the tournament favourites. So I wouldn't be too worried if I was a Malaysian. But of course, it's not good signs to see your teams getting knocked out.
Who are known as the strongest Southeast Asian team in Pro Club? I mean, when you're searching for teams to play and you're in that community, what's the one nation that people are wary of?
I used to not like playing against Thai players. Whenever I played online with you have drop-in matches in pro clubs where you get to join matches with random players and increase your skills. I used to always enjoy playing with the Thai players and hate it when they were against me. So I would think the Thai teams have the strongest overall. I can't be sure, but we'll find out at the end of the tournament who's the strongest.
If you ask people about real football, that would probably be the answer that they gave as well, because the Thais have been notoriously strong in Southeast Asia. And again, this sounds like a daft question, but the Thais known as a very physical team as well. So maybe not so much recently, but in years gone by. Are they dirty players on the virtual football field as well?
I've got a friend in my team. Shout out to D-Boys, the guys who got me started in pro clubs. I've got a friend there, Kavin. He gets a red card every other game. So it's normal. We have dirty players, but they are very useful.
Let's get down pitch side. We're heading to Hyenas Den. The Hyenas 1-0 in front after that first leg. PigFightKnife in the Liverpool jerseys playing, or the away Liverpool jerseys playing from right to left. And it's the Hyenas in the Wolves jerseys playing from left to right. And straight away the Hyenas taking control of possessions. Vuoi. Here's Ken Scarth. Looks to me there's been a couple of personnel changes out there. Maybe that was the reason for the delay. We'll get a grip on that very shortly. Ken Scarth. Tiger Prince. Missed the best chance of the game for PigFightKnife in the first leg, and that wasn't good for him either.
Tiger Prince has changed his look. He was a ball guy earlier, wasn't he?
Yes. Maybe he's got an away kit and an away hairstyle.
A positional change, perhaps.
Nanchon. Nanchon inside to PKJ. PKJ in the area. PKJ, lovely skills. What a save from Seto. Well, there's certainly been a change in goal for PigFightKnife. No longer.
No, it's
still a bot. I think they've just changed the name of the bot. But it was a great save. You couldn't have done it better if it was the best goalkeeper in Pro Club between the sticks. Marvellous save. It should really be 2-0. And I thought for a minute it might go straight to 1-1. As PigFightKnife enjoy their first foray into enemy territory in this second leg. Obanyoski, champ KTP, the hero of the hour for the Hyenas in the first leg with a touch. And the throw will go the way of the visitors here. PigFightKnife, strong enough start. There'll be no question of this being a 7-1 drubbing, Nitin, will there?
Yeah, I credit to the Pigs who have totally changed their formation and their playing style after that 7-1 defeat. So it's good to see them holding their own here today.
Here's Jude. He's dispossessed there, but the whistle's gone. PKJ judged to have fouled now. What can you do from this set piece? Very difficult at this level to score from here, but they've got options in the middle. Got to keep an eye on the offside line as well. It's going to be Shen Joji over it. 4 white shirts standing up in the edge of the area. And none of them can get there as Sackett gets it away.
Good header away.
Here's Obanyovsky. Bangkok Vape. Obanyovsky. Oh, lovely skills, Obanyovsky. That was really good work. Here's Jojo. This is the best football we've seen from PigFightKnife over the 2 legs so far. Just do it. Inside to the Tiger Prince, who, as Nitin said, has dropped deep. Just do it to the pylon with the cross. Unlucky. And I thought for a minute that was going to be one of the team goals of the tournament so far. Nanchan. PKJ, oh, danger here to the edge of the area. And Obanyovsky, who was up the other end of the field, has given it away. Oh, and he's missed it. It looked harder to miss than to score. And Nanchan with a chance to put Hyenas firmly in control. And it's gone begging, 16 gone, Nitin.
Yeah, fantastic drag back to create the space. Left foot finesse just over the bar. I have to say about the Pigs, though, just do it. Their left back was bombing forward earlier, so they've shown intent here. They definitely want the goal and they want to win the game.
Here's Nanchon again. Champ KTP. Here's Jav. Oh, header comes in and it goes dribbling wide. This game, by the way, Nitin, don't forget, we have got a scoreline here that's potentially possible to take us to the golden goal extra time for the first time. If PigFightKnife can win this 1-0, we'll go to golden goal extra time and then penalties if required. We're yet to be in that scenario so far. And champ KTP is the reason why it might not be the scenario tonight, because they're turning on the star. The Hyenas now. What a touch through. He's gone down. Penalty. And he's given the penalty. Unlucky. Just do it penalised. I think he knew what he was doing, the Hyenas man. And going to step up to the spot to try and put this game potentially beyond the reach of PigFightKnife. And it's going to be champ KTP. He scored in the first leg. No, yes, champ KTP. I thought there'd been a change to take it. It will be champ KTP, will it? Yes.
I don't think it is.
They changed player, haven't they, on taking the penalties? It's Manstrom. Good spot. There was that cut in the frame, wasn't it, that it designated they'd gone to a different player. So Nanstrung from the spot halfway through the first half of the second leg. Keeper no chance. The bot wasn't going to save that. and now they've got a mountain to climb. They've got to score at least twice.
That makes my stomach churn, to be fair. I don't think that was a penalty. It's extremely hard on the Pigs to concede like that.
Can you play for a penalty? Because it looked like they were playing for the penalty.
You can. So if you're good enough with the skill moves and you expect your defender to tackle you, you could time it in a way where you get past him just in time for him to stretch his leg out and take you down, which is kind of what happened there.
A couple of people on the Facebook messages. Nutterwood is posting there from Thailand. You're very welcome.
Hi, guys.
I think a couple of you are saying you experience lagging and audio issues. We apologise for that if that's the case.
Oh, Manstrom's
through. No flag. Is it going to be 2-0 on the night? Good save.
Should have cut to the right of the keeper. He would have had a better chance.
Keeper came and got there well. But Manstrong has stolen it once more. Here's Champ KTP. Good defensive work, and Shin Jolin can bring it away. Here's Rat. Here's through to Tiger Prince. Tiger Prince, he missed from this area.
Come on, Tiger Prince.
He should have possibly at least got a shot away there, Knitted.
Yeah, I wanted him to score. He's got such a good name. It's really fitting with the times, especially with the Tiger King show and all that.
Yeah. There's enough cross from Manstring, just getting it away. You get the feeling, though, another goal could still be coming in this first half from the Hyenas. It's just got that feel about it, hasn't it? They're starting to press. To the edge of the area they go. Some great skills down the right-hand side. Champ KTP. Champ KTP again. They just can't get the ball off him. Eventually, though, he concedes a free kick. He doesn't like that decision. And he's going to be shown the yellow. Is that the first yellow card we've seen in the tournament
I think so.
Incidentally, no suspensions moving forward, even for red cards in this competition. So it's pretty meaningless. Unless, of course, you get a second one and you're off and your team have to play with 10.
But did you see who he looked like? Champ KTP?
He looked like Mane, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. So that's how you can create your pros to look exactly like players you want. It's all part of the whole fun aspect of pro clubs.
Who do yours look like? Oh,
mine looks like a handsome version of me.
Yeah. Which professional footballer does that resemble?
Beckham.
Beckham?
Yeah.
Are you the Indian Beckham? Are you?
I am just the Beckham.
Not so much
Indian.
golden balls as golden barges. Here's Rat. J16K. Well, it's like we're going to go to half-time without a second goal. I thought one might come here, but they're running out of time to get it.
Got space on the left,
look, this could be it here because he's away again. Champ KTP looked to be a little bit too optimistic there, and Just Do It can bring it away. It was Just Do It who conceded the penalty, remember, the difference between the two teams.
Just under a bit too much pressure there. Just Do It went for the safe option and put it out for a throw.
Timberlake thought about going long with a throw. Instead goes incredibly short to Manstrang. Just Do It. Biggie. Oh my word, what on earth's happening there? Now, what happens there, Nitin? Is that just a misplaced push of a button?
No, I think that might have been someone in his ear telling him to get rid of it, and he just got sick of it and just pressed the clear button.
Dissension potentially in the ranks of PigFightKnife. That might get worse if they get a second here. Champ KTP almost got there. And the keeper...
What's the keeper done there? This is the problem with not having an actual player in goal. The computer does crazy stuff like that sometimes.
Champ KTP all over the place. Manstrang, the scorer of the penalty. And the header comes in from Hyenas and it drifts wide, and that'll probably be that for this first half. But I said that at the end of the game. In the first second, there was a dramatic late goal in the 92nd minute. 3 minutes of time added on. Where's the referee found the 3 minutes for in this? Is it like real football as well, where you're left scratching your head as to how much added times there is?
Yes. I've had occasions where there are 3 minutes added on, and
what's the most and least you've seen?
I've seen 5 minutes added on, and even after that they added on 2 extra minutes, and I considered a goal. So it happens. Fergie time is real.
Poor Pustang. And that is the half-time whistle with the Hyenas in command in this tie, now leading 2-0. 1-0 on the night, 2-0 in aggregate. But they can still go through PigFightKnife with a 2-1 on the night win. So they still half a chance, but they've clearly got to get the ball to Tiger Prince a little bit more.
Yeah, I banged on about this over the last 3 weeks about some games where FIFA just want you to lose. I feel sick for the Pigs at this point. I think they've done well enough to...
Are you sick as a pig?
Yeah, perhaps.
Pig sick.
Swine flu. So they've done enough to warrant a 0-0 draw at halftime. and take it into the second half to go a bit more offensive. But that penalty decision has cost them here.
You see that no shots at all on goal, and that was a telltale really for PigFightKnife. They had that one real chance that Tiger Prince blew in the first leg, and that one yellow card, that was to Chemp KTP. Player ratings, Manshrang 8.3, can't really argue with that, but Chemp KTP is their key man, isn't he? All of their good play seems to come through him.
Yeah, I think he looks like their paciest player, and in most times FIFA abuses pace, so it's good to have players with a lot of speed on your team.
Second half underway. It's going to be Hyenas in the Wolves colours, playing from right to left. PigFightKnife in the Liverpool away, playing from left to right. The team in white, both from Thailand, remember. PigFightKnife, all from Bangkok, have to score twice in this second half if they want to deny Hyenas a place in the last 16 of the inaugural Pro Club Challenge here on One Play.
I just saw Hyenas adjusting their attacking options. They put they've highlighted the get in the box option, so they're looking for goals in the second half.
PKJ looks up. That's a beautiful pass, and he's found Timberlake. Timberlake to the byline. Timberlake, did that take a deflection? I think it did. It'll be a corner. So the corner count mounting up in Hyenas' favour as well. If they do get one more goal, that's definitely game, set, match. Was there a push there? No. Champ KTP, referee plays on, and he might have got away with one there. The referee's giving them all the decisions, the Hyenas, isn't he?
Yeah, it started with the penalty. So again, some games in FIFA, you just feel the game wants you to lose, and I hope that's not the case for the Pigs today. But it's looking like it's going to be one of those games.
Back to...
Ooh.
I had Palm Kumas in goal for the Hyenas, but it's certainly not him that's made that mistake.
Oh, they got a chance! Come on!
Look at the skills. Is he trying to win the penalty? Oh, tried to be a little bit too fancy. And Vuoy can bring it away, and they've got numbers up as well. There's now 5 orange shirts in the half of PigFightKnife. And Biggie gets it away just in time, the central defender for PigFightKnife. Nanchidis with the throw. To Jayak, here's Vuoy. Vuoy back to Jayak. Headed away, oh, into the area, deflected and wide. Well, I think it's gone out for a corner. It would have been a bit unfortunate if that had found the back of the net because it took a wicked deflection. But the Hyenas are pushing. Look at the space Vuoy's got. Vuoy can pick someone out. And just do it, gets it away. But again, it's to the edge of the area. Champ KTP scuffed it. And it's through to the keeper. I mean, again, it's difficult to compare performance to performance. It's a lot about the team you're playing.
Yep.
But have you seen enough from Hyenas as the seeded team here to suggest they're up with the best we've seen so far?
I would say no, because regardless of the opponent, I think they haven't created enough chances. I think the 4-1-2-1-2 narrow has hampered them a little. They needed a bit more width today. So I wouldn't put them up there with tournament favourites as yet, but they could always improve in the next match, and I could change my mind. But for now, I don't see them being tournament favourites just yet.
It's a miscontrol that almost let the Hyenas in again here. They're going to have to start gambling soon, PigFightKnife, because they need 2 goals in the last 27 virtual minutes. And 27 virtual minutes, to put that into perspective, equates to what, about 2.5, 3 minutes of play?
Yeah, around there.
About 6 minutes and a half, I think they garner for, isn't it?
Yes, you can change those settings. You can play 5-10 minutes up
but
to
we're
you.
playing
Yeah.
a 6 minute half, I think, for the virtue of the One Play Pro Club. I need to check that actually with Yusuf, but I think it's certainly 5 or 6. 6 it is confirmed.
Yeah,
I thought it was 6. I had the feeling it was 6 minute, and that seems to be the pro format around the FIFA world now, doesn't it? Playing 6 minute halves.
Yeah,
so much of these esport leagues being played now with COVID-19.
Oh,
Chance for the game, set, match, Manshrang.
Great
What a save from the bot keeper of PigFightKnife. He's made some great saves.
That's the thing about bot keepers. They can either win or lose you the game. You saw earlier how he considered a corner out of nothing, but suddenly one-on-one he pulls off a brilliant save.
And of course, you can't really name a bot keeper as your man of the match. Nitin will be naming a man of the match from here on in as PigFightKnife with their best chance of the game so far, and it's well saved by Palm Kume. I had in the goal for Hyenas on the official team sheet, so I think that might have changed now. Obenyovski. Oh, look at the skill attempt from Obenyovski, but maybe a little bit too fancy.
Much, yeah.
Time and a place and all that. Champ KTP. Nanchanon.
Cham's available.
Nuryi. Oh, he's got it out to that man. Champ KTP. PKJ. Twisting and turning. And look at the movement from Champ KTP's. Switching from one flank to the other. Champ KTP is looking for this, you know, if they can find him. But the boys of PigFightKnife get it away. I mean, whatever happens from here and in, it's been a moral victory for them. Tiger Prince could make the last 15 minutes very interesting if he can pull some magic off here. But that's great defending from Nengsworth, I think it was.
No, credit to the Pigs. Over the 2 legs, they've shown that they can compete with a seeded team, and that should give them lots of confidence for their continuation of their league seasons.
Here's J16K, Champ KTP, Viewroy.
Oh, good ball.
Lovely ball, Timberlake. One-touch football at its best from the Hyenas! And Biggie got a crucial touch.
Superb by Biggie there. That he read that to the T, and he got his timing absolutely spot on.
Viewroy. Are the Hyenas going to go hunting for a second goal on the night? Just to put gloss on this performance, it's been not much better than workmanlike, you have to say. Tiger Prince straight to PKJ. Viewroy gets it back. PKJ now to J16K. And Champ KTP.
He's free on the left again.
Yeah, he's been hogging that left touchline, but they've been ignoring him so far, which is strange if you consider he's the player manager. Some of these boys might not get picked in the next round. Onside, right. Nanchonis, narrow angle, cuts inside beautifully. Nanchonis! And the bot keeper stood up brilliantly. And there's a yellow card. Now, what's that for?
Red.
The rat is in the book. Didn't quite see what happened there.
Neither did I.
Here it goes to Viewroy. More space again. And again, the bot keeper comes out. PigFightKnife just haven't created enough to get the 2 goals that they needed after the Hyenas took a 2-0 aggregate lead thanks to the 23rd minute penalty from Nanstrung after Champ KTP had given them a lead with the last kick of the game in the first leg. And this game, you have to say, it's been intriguing in parts, but it's been the most disappointing of our 4 matches so far.
Yeah, in terms of overall, in terms of goals, basically, we haven't seen enough goals in this game. The 2 goals also came, 1 last minute, 1 penalty. So not the most entertaining of matches in these over these 2 legs, but you know, you can't complain. We've got a winner, and they deserve to win.
They certainly do. But for PigFightKnife, it'll be a case of what might have been had Tiger Prince converted that great chance he had in the second half of the first leg. Is there a consolation goal in it for them? No.
I hope so. I hope they get one, but I don't think there's enough time.
Don't think so. Just the 2 minutes of time added on. You very rarely see more time added on at the end of the
a great ball.
First half than the second. And he's onside here. Champ KTP again. Is this the 3rd goal on the aggregate scoreline? They just get it away. Well, it's going to be a workmanlike 2. 1-0 wins, it seems, for the Hyenas as the referee blows for full time. And once again, the seeded team goes through. The Hyenas have beaten PigFightKnife 2-0 on aggregate, 1-0 on the night. That desperately disastrous late goal from a PigFightKnife point of view in the first leg by Champ KTP gave them a mountain to climb. They were far more competitive than the score when these teams met in their last cup competition in February, when the boys from the Hyenas won by 7 goals to 1. So they're clearly improving PigFightKnife. Maybe this tournament came just a little bit too soon for them. I wouldn't mind watching that game again 6 months down the line when PigFightKnife have got some more experience under their belt.
Yeah, they're currently bottom 3 in 14-man Thai League, so they haven't had the best of seasons. But I think coming up against a seeded side they've lost to 7-1 previously, I think it's only a positive here that they've lost each leg 1-0. The first one, very unlucky to concede a last-minute goal, and the second leg, very unlucky to concede that penalty. So overall, both teams, I think PigKnife fight might actually be the happier of the 2 teams, having come out of this with just conceding 2 and getting some decent chances. Look
at those match stats, though. Just 14 shots on goal as we get a look back at the match highlights. Incidentally, Hyenas booking a date with either Katnino or Densetsu. That's the game that they'll be keeping an eye on. And Katnino against Densetsu, 21st of April. That's a Tuesday night at 11 p.m. Singapore time, GMT +8. There was a chance that just crept over the bar. On another night, I suppose, it might have been 5-2 on aggregate, because they had a couple of chances, 1 in each game did PigFightKnife, but in truth, Hyenas probably should have scored more than 2 on the balance of it, shouldn't they?
Yeah, they created chances, but again, credit to the Pigs, who were defensively solid. They didn't make much mistakes.
This is the penalty that was slotted away, and it looked like Manstrong was a late alternate to take that penalty. Initially, it looked like Champ KTP was going to take it, but they changed their minds, and it was a good finish. Look at the celebration. And I'd like to see you samba like that. Are you any good at the samba?
I don't think so. I haven't tried it in a long time, but I'd be happy to go to a club with you one day when the clubs reopen here in Singapore.
Man of the match decision you've got to make, Nitin, as well as we look back at this action. Not too many standout contenders. You could argue the bot keeper of PigFightKnife was making the shortlist for man of the match.
He's on the shortlist, but I'll go with Chiam KTP. He's been excellent over the 2 legs. Got the last-minute goal in the first leg. Got the penalty. Actually won the penalty for his side in the second leg. So he's been decisive over the 2 legs, and he's my man of the match.
Do love these slow motion highlights. It's incredible what they do at FIFA with these graphics and the replays. They look so realistic. That was the yellow card that we missed, wasn't it?
Yeah, red.
And I think that was, who was that going in the book? It was the guy that conceded the penalty, wasn't it?
Red,
what's it? So Just Do It, I think, wasn't it? I think it was the chap that conceded the penalty, also in the book for a challenge late on. And there was also a yellow card to Rat of PigFightKnife, as well as chap KTP. Well, that just about wraps things up here. Nitin, well, your man of the match was?
Yeah, Chiam KTP.
Chiam KTP for that goal in the first leg.
That goal, and he won the penalty in the second leg. So he's been a threat to the Pigs the whole match, and well deserved. Great game, bro.
Right, now all that's left to do as we very quickly approach the top of the hour is to remind you the game that we'll be bringing to you on Saturday, and it's a very poignant game for the notorious Nitin Ambier. He's not sure, he thinks it's his former teammates. So if anyone from Maximus is out there watching, Maximus against Tasmanian Devil is the game. Malaysia against Thailand. Malaysia, remember, still awaiting their first team to make the round of 16. Maximus will start that game against Tasmanian Devil as favourites to do so. Now, is the LSFC call to action ready? Like, share, follow, comment. That's the motto of us here on One Play Sports. We want you to be part of the action. Lots of the comments coming through. It does appear that some of you have been having issues with the stream tonight. We will look into that. And if ever you do have any problems like that, do tell us over there on the Facebook comment pages. And if you've got anything else you'd like to add on the tournament, the email address you need to know is studio@oneplaysports.com. Many thanks to the team at VPG, Virtual Pro Gaming, so brilliantly led by Youssef from the front, for helping us bring you this magnificent tournament. The reality is this now, 4 match nights gone, 28 to go, and we're back with you on Saturday for Malaysia against Thailand. From Nitin and myself, remember, keep your social distancing, stay safe, listen to what your governments are telling you during this difficult time, and keep checking the One Play Sports Facebook page for all the latest esports and other news from across a whole range of sports in Southeast Asia and beyond. From all the team here at One Play, have a very good evening.
Good night.